Hi friends and welcome. So this is going to be just a reading for the general collective. It won't be for any zodiac. It's just for whoever comes across this message, and we'll just see what energies are around for you guys. Let's see what is coming in for the collective energies. Okay, anybody that comes across this is a spirit message. So let's see what's coming up. Wow, the hero's victory. Tower, what did you do? What did you do? You did something where you're like famous, popular. And you're not expecting it at all. Okay. Spirit, please show us for the collective or whoever needs to see this message. Very nice. I see the sun sticking out. Someone's going to ask you out. Okay, Two of Cups. You like them, they like you. This could be a contract as well, I'm feeling like. Yeah, Hierophant. An organization, an institution, marriage, duties, past energy, Knight of Swords. Okay. Rushed, swift, panicked, or speedy air. Maybe an accusation. Okay, let's see. What's coming up for the collective? That was like Six of Air. This is like you strictly stayed away from someone. There's a water sign and an air. Wow, look at this. Somebody may have told you to stay away from someone, or you said stay away from me. Wow, okay. So the problem is this was wrong. So whoever did it was wrong, and you're probably not in the wrong. But there was someone here who was in the wrong, and they're trying to cover it up. What is this? And now they're worried. You're handling it really well. Tempered. You're tempering your emotions. And what happens around you here externally? What's going on around? A King of Swords. Okay, so this person is like, I told you, I'm telling you, and you're like, I understand, okay. But for some reason, they are a King of Swords to this Two of Cups. Like they're saying, like, go no contact or something like that. What's going on here? Okay, so you're like, I am. I'm doing everything possible and my life is good. And then what happens as a result? An Earth King. So there's a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And what is going on here? This person brings the Wheel of Fortune. They change your fate. Page of Coin. I'll keep that. It's a messenger. And we do have the Star for healing. Recovery. Erasing the past. What's this outcome about for the collective? Six of Coin and Eight of Air. So all of a sudden, and then something is given to you that elevates you higher. Helpful, permanent, scales balance out, and then there's a Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Libra man or woman. This person is giving advice, instruction. Ooh, okay. For some reason you don't like what you hear, or you didn't like what you heard. What is 8 of air in the future here? Somebody's very, very paranoid, and you're either defending your position or they're defending themselves because they're so paranoid. Hopefully you're not bailing someone out of prison, because this is kind of what it looks like. It's someone you like. There's a Hierophant. There's something rushed or immediate. You're defending someone. You're trying to manage and handle the situation. What is the King of Swords? What is this? Okay, an Emperor. There's a conflict. Ooh. Okay, so you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. You've got 3 kings. There could have been a fight because 5 of Wands is here. The person left the scene, perhaps. We have an Emperor, so this could be like an authority, person in authority. Why is there a 7 of Rods? Because of 3 of Rods. This person's like, my mind's made up. I'm waiting for what's coming. I'm not going back. Why is there a 6 of coin? You might be helping someone or paying. What is that? 6 of coin. 10 of cups. Family. 10 of cups. Or a lot of happiness. With the death here, though, of a page of cups. Water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or news of a change. Okay. What's this Hierophant about? Freedom. So freedom, living, no longer held back. Healing. And star or sun. So there is something very happy, but behind it is a lot of worry. Some of you there's a policy change where you are, and things come into balance. Something's given that wasn't given. There's 2 feminines here. These women could be bothering you, a water sign and an earth sign. Could be the source of all your stress. These 2 women, they could be on a higher level than you, or yeah. Well, your major arcana, though, for tempered, you're like, I'm like so far more evolved than you are. They're like, if they're queens, they could be all about their title, and you're like, I'm on a way higher level. I'm in this for the long haul. Major Arcana Justice comes in to balance the scales and enforce fairness. 8 of Rods, Page of Wands, 2 of Swords. They're looking at what they have and they feel disappointed. There is a Water King here, so there's someone who could be highly emotional. There could be something that's about a lie, or someone is trying to hide something from people. Ace of Swords, the truth about why someone gets up and goes, or the truth about why someone gets up and suddenly leaves. I don't know. Okay. So you've got all the kings here, but your energy is 6 of Wands, getting credit, the hero, riding in on the victory horse. Something swift all at once with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Sagittarian energy. Somebody feels very betrayed. What's going on here? Sun. Something could come to light, but it is positive. There's a conflict around a situation. Someone doesn't care or doesn't want what's being offered. They're saying, no, I'm refusing, I reject it. There is some happiness, though. 9 of Cups. Some satisfaction with the 5 of Coin. Someone doesn't have much or they are poor. There is some stress surrounding a situation. And somebody leaves the situation here. This looks like a family argument with the Tower underneath. You as the viewer are writing in like, I'm here. It's handled. You know, this is what we do. Yeah, because there's someone who gets like really angry at the last minute. Like they fly off the handle and get mad at people. And then it happens kind of like suddenly. Like as soon as someone loses their cool, they suddenly are like, I'm out of here. There are some negative influences around the situation though with the Devil. So underneath is the Devil. So there could be something quite negative that someone's like, I'm not okay with that. And they're telling them off. The Strength card and 3 of Coins. So someone could be a Leo. There could be Virgo. There's loyalty with the 3 of Coin. The World. There's memories here. Somebody's resenting someone for not giving, not contributing, or not helping more. 5 of Swords to the 4 of Coin. They're like saying, you know, you're the reason why I'm... Like, you're the reason why I'm poor, or you're the reason why I'm this King and Queen of Water. So there could be parents here. It could be a couple. Okay, there's somebody who's free or irresponsible. The Lovers. Somebody wants to hold back and not give or not contribute. There's something about a 9 of Coins, so somebody wants to do something on their own terms. They want to pick up everything they have. Maybe they want to move. 10 of Wands. They want to do it all themselves. 4 of Swords. They don't want to tell anyone. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have here the Star card. Hope and healing. Letting go. Secrets or quiet or being stoic. Not saying anything. A Page of Wands. 6 of Air. So this person's out of there. Like they leave. There's something here about a very pushy fire sign or Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody who demands or makes demands. I don't know what that is. But there is something about a coin. And there is somebody who is like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm waiting for the next ship. I'm waiting for the next bus. The coin is given and the 10 of Coins. You might be buying someone's plane ticket or bus ticket. This person feels like they're being attacked or unfairly treated. And it is discovered that this goes on in a home. There could be like some kind of like very toxic relationship that somebody witnesses and they're like, they're like, you know, yeah. There's something where like somebody witnesses something very toxic and they write in like the hero, like I'm here to fix it. And there's all these kings. So there's all these people around. So 6 of Coin to me might be helping someone out of in a bad situation. But it might be benefits granted that someone needs. There's somebody very emotional or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person gives a pentacle or has a pentacle. Okay, so what are they doing? Star, they're healing, they're recovering, they're letting go. So there could be a water sign who also has a health issue. Ooh, the Death and the Queen of Air. So something is submerged in a situation, unable to be helped. And then we have here this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, someone who's like saying like it's over. It could also be like a divorce. This Earth Queen here is always spying or watching to, or like looking at what someone buys or how much the price is. Chariot. Okay, so there is something about forward momentum, and somebody's like, I'm making my mind up. This is what I'm doing. What are they doing? The Devil and the Four of Cups. So there is like a fire sign man here who gets involved in something because of the Devil. So it could either be they're pressured, or Five of Cups. They're seeing something that they don't like with the Four of Cups. It's like they're seeing someone who just doesn't care. They're seeing someone who's like they just don't really care very much. And that could make somebody very angry. And some words could be said. But you as the viewer are coming in as emotional balance. Like, let's handle this. Let's handle this. You know, you're handling... And it's major arcana, so it takes a lot of training, and it takes a lot of experience, insightfulness, spiritual, very spiritual person. This Fire King, wow. So this Aries, Leo, Sag has a broken heart. A masculine. There's an earth sign woman here. This person won't give. They are holding back or withholding. They don't understand why. They planned on it and they persisted, and this person's like, nope. So then they're like, well, I'm just going to leave then. I'm not going to be here. I'm 6 of air. I'm going to move on. There's an Earth King, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and this person's mad too. It could be the husband of this person is like very resentful, and they could either be bailing someone out of prison or getting them a hotel room, or they're 5 of Swords to a 6 of Coins. So they're like, I resent having to pay. I resent having to give. They just don't care very much. They're 4 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. They do have the money, but they don't want to pay. 9 of Cups and 7 of Cups. They don't understand. There's something where they don't really understand. They're happy, but they don't really understand. But that could also be drunk. Like someone doesn't really understand what's going on. So there's an Ace of Pentacles here. There's an opportunity or a gift. What's this? 9 of Swords. It's accompanied by the energy of fear and worry and distress. So that's what I was saying. It could be a ticket. 5 of Coins. Somebody doesn't have the money. Other people are pooling their money together. Like somebody could have a speeding ticket. 3 of Pentacles. It becomes someone else's responsibility to help them out. 8 of Pentacles. So somebody is going to do it the way they want to do it, when they want to do it, and they're very bitter or they're very guarded. They're like, well, I'm going to do it my way, and this is what it is. 9 of, and they're Queen of Air. They're very bitter or cold. 4 of Swords. They may like use emotional manipulation and not talk to someone for a long time. An Air King, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person feels very betrayed. What's going on here? Knight of Wands. Somebody gets up and goes. Okay. There's a water queen here, a mom or a very loving person who tries to reach out with kindness. And this actually is like the other person lashes out at them inappropriately. And what happens? Why? This person could be texting in the middle of a conversation or something like that. Oh, there could be someone who took too long to get somewhere. 5 of Cups and Knight of Coin. It's like, I move really slow. I feel guilty. I'm moving so slow. 2 of Cups. I'm on your side. They're under a lot of pressure. They walk away because of the way they feel or the way they're being treated or shunned. So 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 10 of Cups. An Aries, Leo, Sag here is dealing with a water sign or an emotional man. Someone very, very emotional who they have a really tight bond with. Okay, ugh. This is just like, I don't know. Spirit, any other messages for the collective? What do they need to see? 5 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Somebody's under a lot of pressure and they feel bad about it. Two of Coin. They feel like they share a responsibility to somebody else. Like they feel like your burden is my burden. But they don't have the information. So if they're like, well, this is developing into a problem, you haven't told me, and then there's someone who's willing to put up with something because this Earth Queen is like, I want to do everything my way, whether it's someone who's very materialistic. And this is the source of the heartbreak for somebody. They're at a crossroads in something that they agreed to with an Earth King. They have family. They have a connection to a water sign here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person reaches out. Someone rushes in. I don't know. I mean, there's so much that could be going on in this particular situation. What it looks like to me is that somebody uses tactics of emotional persuasion, emotional control, or emotional manipulation, and through giving somebody the silent treatment. But somebody rides in as the hero, going public, being seen. 2 of Cups. They're in agreement with someone. The Hierophant is there. Established order. Schools, universities, jails, prison systems. Someone's like, something has to be done right away. Like, this really hurts me. You didn't tell me this. There's an Air King, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person is incapable or not capable of providing support. They just don't care very much too. 4 of Cups to a 6 of Cups. Like, they're like, oh, they refuse to accept some of the memories that are bothering them a lot. There's guilt surrounding maybe someone's drinking habits. I don't know. Well, let's see what we get for the collective. It's all positive in the cards. The Moon and the bureaucracy. Oh no, 10 of Cups. Unconditional love and support. The Compass. The Luck reversed, but I don't do reversals. So there is luck. The Thief, the Stairwell. So somebody could have, somebody could have stolen something. Like, there's someone who could be literally like, they stole something from someone. Or they have charges for theft. Why? Because they're being raised up to a higher level for the thief, but they're lucky. So what's this? 10 of Pentacles, a lot of money, schooling, military. There's a chance someone took and they don't understand. So they took this chance, they don't understand. The chance they took put them in a maze. Like, I don't understand. The sun is here though. And luck. There's a letter and a solution. Okay, well, this is what I have coming up for the collective. Okay. There's a lot of good energies here. There is something where someone kind of loses their patience, gets upset, is angry. Show us what else is going on for the collective. Show us one more time. 10 of Air, Sun. Okay, so it could be something stressful is over, but there is a Tower here. And someone lied. There was a secret. What is this secret? Show us the secret. An Earth King, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. They might be ill. They're defending. They feel very strongly about it. They're going in a new direction. They feel stuck. They're under a lot of pressure. Okay. High Priestess, again, knowing the secrets. Stoic. Discovery, and this Water King, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, and a Water Queen. Okay, you're going to be in agreement with someone, though, for sure. You're going to be sharing the same way you feel and trying to understand. Are they going to jail? Are you bailing them out? Because there is something here about defending, 8 of Air, like fighting back against, and then help, including or helping. But that's what I have. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.